Hello, family. It's Teams. Well, before I say a word, let me show you something I saw a couple of days ago when I went shopping. Now, take a look at the screen. These are packs of cigarettes displayed in a shelf. Taking a closer look, you will behold a horrifying photograph of an infected truth on this pack, with a bold warning on the pack that says smoking causes tooth cancer. Now, let's be honest with ourselves. These companies are still making profit, which means someone is actually still patronizing them. If someone can see this picture on this pack, someone can see this warning on this pack, and still go ahead to buy this, then I can tell you, addiction is not just something psychological nor chemical. Addiction is something way deeper. Addiction is spiritual. Because tell me, why will you buy this? The packaging is horrible. The warning is deadly. So there is nothing enticing about the pack in the first place. Talk more of the content. Now, when I saw this a couple of days ago, I was immediately quickened to remember what the Holy Ghost told me, that it is only a greater highness, sustained, that can permanently liberate someone from a temporary highness. I immediately related it to this, that this person is attached to something that these secrets give them access to. You know why? Every addict is someone that is trying to get into another realm. But the only way they know how to get into that realm is through hard substances. Now, when man was created in the beginning, we were created in the image and after the likeness of God. Therefore, man was created originally to function like God. We are meant to be under only one influence, which is the influence of the Spirit of God. And this same Spirit was the one that was on the disciples in the early church that made people saw them and thought they were drunk on wine. And Jesus said to us, whoever takes this water that I give will never thirst. Think about that statement. It means that when you open up to Jesus and He gives you that water, you will constantly live in an elevated realm and will no more need a substance to get into that realm. Now, addiction is an attachment to a realm. Yes, people take substance to get into that realm, but I think the main addiction is not to the substance. The substance is just the gateway. The main addiction is to the realm. Man was created to live in an elevated state. That's why when someone tastes a fake version of elevation, their spirit always thirsts more, wanting to always go back again and again to that elevated state. That's why I'm telling you today, I'm going to introduce you to the one who's the greatest of all highness. He's the one that was upon the disciples in the early church, that many people thought they were drunk on wine, but they were proved wrong. When the Holy Ghost come upon you, you now function in the supernatural. When this water that Jesus gives, when you gain access to it, the thirst for that whole substance naturally dies. That is why I think only God can deliver, because it is like light. When light comes, darkness dissolves. Light does not need to fight darkness. Darkness is an inferior realm. Light is a superior realm. As light immediately exists, darkness immediately fades. Therefore, as God gives you this water that will make you never thirst, whatever thirst that you had before for any substance that gives you to that temporary realm will no longer be needed, because it will naturally die. You are now in a more superior realm. So today, I'm inviting you to Jesus. He loves you. He cares for you. He died and He rose again for you, even while you were yet sinners. And He wants to restore your will that has been hijacked. He wants to rewire your mind. He wants to restore your body that has been oppressed. So if you open up to Him today, you will be totally liberated. Therefore, accept Him, confess Him with your mouth, and He will give you of that water. It's the only one that can save you permanently. Yes, rehabilitation helps, therapy helps, but those work on only the habit, they don't kill the desire. The desire is the propeller of the habit. That is why you have to run to someone who can immediately replace that desire with a superior realm. Remember, it is the realm that you choose that determines the cravings that you have. Choose Jesus today. I've said before you life and death. Choose life. Choose Jesus today and get access to a higher realm. As you do so, you'll be surprised that the old habit will naturally die and then you will be alive unto God. There is no side effect in this part. If you know this video blessed you, if you know someone who is an addict, share this video with them, like, comment what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.